Before we get started today, I want to let you know there is a slight change in the program, so we're going to reorder some things. We're actually going to open with the Canzone de Bergamasco, and then we'll do Let My Love Be Heard, and then close with Breaks of Mallow. And so, because we are opening with Canzone de Bergamasco, it gives me the opportunity to introduce our featured guest conductor of the band festival. Will you please welcome to the stage, Craig Kirchhoff. here is new, relatively new to the repertoire, and is just really an exquisite new addition. We've been so lucky to have the composer of this piece on our campus this week, and since he has been on our campus and had the opportunity to work with our students, we thought we would bring him to the microphone so we could tell you a little bit about the next piece. So will you please welcome Jake Runestad.
Good afternoon. A little taller, here we go. It's great to be here at Capitol, and I've had such a great time working with the students here and hearing them in rehearsal today. They sound fantastic, so I'm just thrilled. This piece was originally a piece that I wrote for choir, and the text for the piece came from this collection of little red books that my grandmother gave me that belonged to my grandfather, and when he passed away, she gave them to me, and it's the only place I've ever been able to find this one poem that I used for this piece. And the text goes, "Angels, where you soar up to God's own light, take my own lost bird on your hearts tonight. And as grief once more mounts to heaven and sings, let my love be heard, whispering in your wings." It's a poem that's filled with grief, filled with longing for someone that has maybe died or is far away, and we're wanting this love to be heard or to be felt. The band is playing it beautifully, so I hope that you enjoy Let My Love Be Heard.
just a couple thank yous. First, a giant thank you to the parents out there and the musicians on the stage, and to the parents and musicians of the Honors Concert Band. What you do is thankless. All the transportation, all the support you give these young musicians. They may not say it, maybe they do, but in case they don't, I'll say it for them. Thank you. Thank you so much for all you do, all the sacrifice you make to allow them to participate in music. Second thing I want to do is, if there are any band directors of students in this band, if they could please stand so we can recognize them for the incredible work they do in the band. Band directors, please stand. Finally, just huge thanks to these students behind me. Again, with the Honors Concert Band and the Honors Wind Ensemble, you have to remember, we didn't know each other like yesterday. We all came together at 1:30. No one had ever seen any of the music that you've heard today, and in basically 2 days' time, this is what's been able to happen. So a huge thank you to these students, and it's just, I think it's worth noting in today's climate where there's just so much negative news and so much that really can bring you down, I think it really needs to be celebrated that everything that these students do is everything that is right with the youth of today, and they should be recognized. Thank you again for coming. We hope you enjoy our last selection. Leroy Anderson's Breaks Them Out. not a single weekend event. The planning of this weekend takes roughly 7 to 8 months, and it is certainly not a one-person show. It takes the work of many, many, many students. We have one band director here at Capitol, and everything else is fueled by student help, and we're incredibly fortunate to have just the best students in the world. So I just want to kind of individually recognize them and let you know what they do, so they can at least, so you can recognize them for the accomplishments and everything they do for making this such a great event. So we have a couple setup people. These are the students that set up every chair and every stand. We have about 20 rooms, hundreds of chairs, hundreds of stands, have to move around multiple times. It's a thankless job, and they always do such a terrific job. So our setup people this year were Andrew Simmons, Zach Jerowitz, and Evan Barr. If you guys can step forward. We have 3 librarians, 2 of which were able to join us today. Again, thousands of pieces of music. Not only are they doing the Capitol ensembles, they're doing all of the honor bands. And again, this is just such a detail-oriented thing. The idea that 175 people show up and folders have to be ready for them. No mistakes this year, and it just shows a testament to just how detail-oriented and wonderful they are. The librarians that are here are Sarah, Rosemary Alex, and Kendall Smith. If you could please step forward. We have 2 wonderful percussion coordinators. One is here, so every percussion instrument that has been touched or hit that you've heard so far or that you're about to hear has all been coordinated by 2 people. The one person that's here is Led Hill. And you'll not be able to see them, but we have 2 incredible stage managers and facility managers. Our head facility manager is Eric Frisch, and then the person working the concert today is Nick Engelhardt, and they are not up on the stage, but we thank them. Without Nick right now, you would not be able to hear me. That's just an idea of what she does, but it's really incredible work, so we thank them as well. And finally, really the 2 people that makes this go. We have 2 managers, an assistant manager, and then a head manager or assistant manager for the 2nd year in a row. This is as, like every parent correspondence, all the emails, and this is in addition, by the way, all these students on a full class load in concerts. This is all just time that they make to have this happen. She's incredibly organized. Will become the head manager next year. I want to individually recognize Rachel Rogel. And finally, the person who keeps me sane and has made this event as smooth as it is, and it really is because of this person. She started as the assistant manager and now has been the head manager of this festival for 2 years. It's just, she's not allowed to graduate. She's a senior this year, very children, it's not going to happen. She's really been remarkable, and I just want to recognize Sarah. Honor Wind Ensemble here. I would like to note, though, if you are looking at these purple t-shirts and thinking, that's a sharp t-shirt, we might have a couple on sale in the lobby right after the $15. We accept cash and check. So if you want to take them a little bit of the band festival this year, a little bit of purple, they will be on
It's been thought that all the smart kids are in music, but what we're learning is that it's actually the music programs that are helping to create smarter students. Kids who study music do better in math and reading. Kids who have instruments can join a band instead of a gang.
If you want a child to do better at math, not to mention all their other studies, they need more music.
Music education directly affects academic achievement. Making music has been shown to develop skills such as math, reading, and critical thinking. Dr. Gordon Shaw, Professor Emeritus at the University of California at Irvine, is a pioneer in music cognition. He conducted a study of 2nd graders that showed active music making can significantly improve the math skills of school children. The results of the study were staggering. 2nd grade students were now performing 6th grade level math. Dr. Shaw's findings only add to the significant body of research showing the powerful benefits of music education in our public schools.
Children who study music score higher on the SATs, and they're more likely to graduate from high school and go on to college than children who don't receive music lessons at an early age.
Further illustration shows that children who receive music education score nearly 100 points higher on their SATs than children who don't study music. Kids agree, studying music makes them better students.
It helps me with my math, reading, and my attendance. I come here every day, and then I just push myself to the limit and try my best.
It helps you, especially in math, because I wasn't always good at math, but it seemed like when I started playing the trumpet, my math grades went up to A's.
And also does wonders for their self-esteem.
People say it's real hard, so I feel that I'm special or something that I can play. It makes you feel good.
They told us that we couldn't have trumpets or couldn't have the band no more. I'll probably go to another school. I'm glad that this school has it, but I'm also sad because other schools don't have the instruments and band, so they won't play. Music is one of the things that every school should have, and if you don't have that, then you might as well not have a school.
In a recent Gallup survey commissioned by the American Music Conference, an astounding 95% of Americans believe that music is part of a well-rounded education. And 93% feel schools should offer musical instruction as part of their regular curriculum.